Hello students, today I am going to explain a little bit of this. If you read this one, then you can understand experimentally what are the experimental observed facts about the photoelectric effect. What is this? See, first point is this is the only wave theory, according to wave theory, what they have given. Okay, then first one is the frequency of the incident radiation. They are saying if it is less than a particular frequency, then no electrons will be emitted from it. Particular frequency means if it is less than f naught, can any electron cannot be come out. Okay, so cannot be less than that, it should be minimum f naught or more than f naught. F naught means threshold frequency. Okay, later on we will see the definition of this thing. Okay, then they are saying another point, the velocity of kinetic energy of the emitted radiation depends upon the frequency of the incident radiation. Okay, if greater the frequency of the incident radiation, kinetic energy of the emitted electrons will be more, velocity also. Another point is there, greater the intensity of incident radiation, greater is the number of emitted electrons. The larger is photoelectric current is possible. Okay, now this if radiation will minimum radiation will fall on the metal, then electrons will emitted, so continuous process will be going on, then electron emission is instantaneous. Okay, this is the wave theory of photoelectric effect, but this is not success fully. Why this is not so possible? Because later on they have studied this thing and see that some defects are there. Okay, this how it is possible? Because if a minimum frequency will fall on the metal, suppose minimum frequency will fall on any metal. Okay, suppose minimum frequency will fall on any metal, then what will happen? Electrons will emitted. They are saying immediately electrons will be emitted. Okay, but according to this theory, actually they are discussing if it will fall, metal will absorb little bit time, so little bit time it will take, energy also it needs, some energy also it will need to come out the electron. Okay, so not immediately, so this theory cannot explain. Okay, so it cannot be so much instantaneous, it will be time it will take because energy is needed. Okay, another thing is there, according to wave theory, intensity radiation is independent of its frequency. Okay, but it is seen that if it is independent, if increase in the frequency of incident radiation, that means should not affect the velocity or kinetic energy of the emitted electron. But it is experimentally observed that if frequency of incident radiation increase, the kinetic energy of the emitted electron also increase. So it's not possible. Okay, if it is independent, so kinetic energy also, if intensity of frequency of incident radiation will increase, the kinetic energy also should not increase, but they are saying it will be increased, so it should be dependent on this, but they are saying it's independent of its frequency. So this is not matching with the theory. So like this a few points are there that they have discussed there, so it is not correct. So this is explain this failure of wave theory, explain photoelectric effect. Okay, so this is proof. The next is there, okay, photon theory of light. This is photon means what is E equal to hf. Okay, what is E is equal to hf? Photon theory. What is photon? Radiation from a source is transmitted by tiny particle called photon. Photon, what is photon? We have seen before also. Okay, energy of photon depends upon the frequency and is given by what formula? E equal to hf. This formula is what? Photon theory of light. Photon theory of light. Okay, so what is this photon formula? E equal to hf. H is what? Planck's constant. H is what? Planck's constant, you know. F is what? Frequency. E is what? Energy. E is what? Energy. Okay, monochromatic radiation, always we have to use monochromatic radiation means single one, only one, not double, only one type of radiation you have to use. So if this monochromatic radiation, okay, so if it will fall on the metal, so what will happen? See, monochromatic, all photons have the same energy. Then if any metallic surface, these photons will come out. See how
so many photons here we can see, so equal to hf. This formula energy equal to hf. H is Planck's constant, f is the frequency when electrons will come out. Okay, so this is energy of a photon depends upon the frequency. If frequency is more, the energy also will be more. If frequency will be less, energy also will be less. Okay, but frequency cannot be less than f naught, and that work function also we have seen, it also cannot be less than w naught. Work function of the metal cannot be that incarnation is okay. So this is photon of this.